Greetings, peace, greetings. Welcome to Everybody's a Cancer, including you. I am Tonya Poole. I am a sun sign Virgo and a moon sign Gemini. So this Cancer energy, this Cancerian energy is like a whole nother world. So I haven't done these in a while. Everybody's a Taurus, including you. Everybody's an Aries, including, like I usually go through all of the signs and do a video to help people to understand that, no matter what your sun sign is, no matter what your moon sign is or anything like that, whenever we are going through a particular zodiac sign, that's the time to tap into that energy. Why? Because we all have all 12 signs of the zodiac in our birth charts. I bet you have all 12 signs of the zodiac in your birth chart, just like everybody else. I know you're like, I don't have anything in the sign of Cancer. You might not have planets in the sign of Cancer when you were born, but if you pull up your birth chart, the sign of Cancer is there along with the other 12 signs. And so when we are, in Western astrology, when the sun is in the sign of Cancer, or no matter what kind of astrology you practice or learn about, whatever, it's astrology. I guess you don't practice astrology. I don't know. But anyway, all 12 signs of the zodiac are still there. And so when the sun is there, or when any other planet is going through that particular sign, we are all challenged to kind of flow with that energy, to cultivate that part of ourselves, right? So if you are like me, for example, the sun was in the sign of Virgo when you were born, you might have a lot of tendency towards kind of like Virgo-like things, or you may pay more attention when things are happening, or when it's Virgo season, or what have you. But Cancer, the sign of Cancer, is still very much active and can be neglected, right? So whether you're a Sagittarius, Aquarius, Leo, Pisces, it doesn't matter. Right now we are all being asked to kind of look at that Cancerian energy within all of us and cultivate that part of ourselves. So all 12 signs of the zodiac represent a different part of our personality that needs to be that I don't want to act like everything is always about working on something or trying to be better at something. It's really just about honoring that part of ourselves. So Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac. Yes, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Yes, it's the fourth sign of the zodiac. It represents, how we nurture ourselves, and then how we nurture our loved ones, or the things that we care about. Cancerian energy is a sign that is known for it's very attunement into the emotional side. It's a water sign, so it helps us to tune more into our feelings, into the feelings of others, to being more compassionate, and protecting what matters most. Now, we have, as I'm recording this, we have experienced the full moon in Cancer's opposite sign, which is Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about, your goals, your long-term goals, really working hard to, achieve and be successful. And what happens when we are so focused on achievement and being successful? A lot of times what happens is our family can get neglected, our own health can get neglected. We forget to be compassionate towards others because we're so focused on what we got to do, and crossing off our to-do list and making those accomplishments. Or we neglect our own physical health and well-being because we've got these bills to pay, or we've got these goals and these accomplishments that we're working toward. And so in astrology, the opposite sign oftentimes helps you to balance, the other opposite sign. So Capricorn and Cancer are opposite signs of each other. They're opposite energies. Again, no matter what your sun sign is, you can be a Scorpio. It doesn't matter. This is very important for your life as well. because even as a Scorpio or Sagittarius or Libra, whatever your sun sign is, you probably still have goals and things you're working on. There are probably achievements that you want to accomplish, whether they're just personal, whether they're career, whether they're family, or what have you, right? So that's that Capricorn full moon energy acting within you. But because we are in the sign of Cancer, Cancer is reminding us that in this pursuit of success, of achievement, of being a better, creating this legacy for ourselves and our families and all of the work that goes into that, to still be mindful of nurturing ourselves, of nurturing our loved ones, our family, the people who matter the most to us, whoever that is to you, of protecting what matters most. Like, Cancer deals with the home, whereas that Capricorn full moon that we just experienced deals with everything, our legacy and career that we build outside of the home. So, but the sun is in the sign of Cancer, reminding us to focus on, to not lose sight of what is close to home, what matters most, close to our hearts, or close to, just being more compassionate human beings, right? And so I opened this video talking about how I am a sun sign Virgo and how I am learning so much during this particular Cancer season. My daughter is actually a sun sign Cancer, so I feel as though I am kind of privy to that energy at all times, but I have learned a lot more over the past couple of days. And number one is really being aware emotionally. Now, sometimes I find that people who are sun sign Cancers, or who have a lot of planets in the sign of Cancer, they may think that other people don't feel or don't care. And my daughter jokes a lot with me being a Virgo and also having a Gemini moon, that sometimes I give the impression of not caring, but I care so much. In my mind, I'm just like, I am feeling so much. As a matter of fact, my work, a lot of what I do requires me to care, to listen, to be compassionate, but I'm not personally overwhelmed with emotion all the time. I'm not, having all that Virgo and Gemini energy. A lot of times it goes to I go more into the thinking aspect, the analyzing and thinking about, why do I feel this way? Instead of just feeling. So what this Cancer season has taught me is to learn how to just feel without having to process it through my analytics, I was gonna say Google Analytics, through the Tonya analytics of the brain, right? I don't have to know everything. I don't have to figure it out. I don't have to, intellectually understand everything for it to make sense. It really is about, what am I feeling? Like, really allowing myself to feel. And the first few days of Cancer season this year was like, oh God, like I was like, what is all these emotions? Like, what am I what am I feeling? Because so anyway, so again, it's not that we don't feel, it's just that Cancer season really is encouraging us to get more into the flow of feeling, which brings me to point number 2, divine flow. Cancer, the sign of Cancer is a water sign, along with Scorpio and Pisces. So they deal with, those water signs definitely deal more with flow, with the flow of energy. All of the elements, earth, water, air, fire, there is some sort of flow. Each flow is different, but water energy flow really is about trusting the process, like trust on a whole nother level, trusting that what you put out, the universe will bring back to you, trusting that where you are compassionate, compassion will be shown to you, even if it doesn't come from the same source, from the same person or thing that you were compassionate toward. That compassion will come to you even if it comes from another source, right? So being more in flow, not having to figure everything out mentally, or overthinking. It's really about feeling. So the downside to that then, where it has Cancerian energy, may not be overthinking, but it can be over feeling. And I think this is why, like my Cancerian daughter sometimes will think that I don't feel. It's just that I typically don't naturally allow emotion to overwhelm me. But being in Cancer season, we may find ourselves more attuned to the feelings of others at a heightened level, and we could easily take those feelings on as our own, which can become overwhelming, because it's like you can feel so much. You're like, why am I so emotional? Or why do I feel so connected to this person or that person? Or or why am I so concerned about this person and making sure that they have what they need, or or that they are I don't know, like this over, like making other people's problems and concerns your own, to the extent where you're no longer helpful. Like you're just feeling, and that can become overwhelming. But the beautiful thing about it is that Cancerian energy, because it can allow you to feel so many things that maybe didn't originate with you, it can help you to discover how you can be helpful and more compassionate to others. I think that's really the beautiful thing about Cancerian energy. And I think it is a part of that Cancerian flow that gets underestimated, right? And why Cancerian energy actually is very, very powerful. A lot of times people who are sun sign Cancers get the reputation of being too emotional, and emotions across the board, like not just the when we think about emotions, we think about this like sadness or crying or very sensitive, but it could be all feelings of joy, feelings of anger, rage, what I mean? Like, and especially now we're still in a Mercury retrograde. So we could be feeling all of those sorts of things, but it's about what you do with them. What I have found as a Virgo sun, Gemini moon, like that, being more aware emotionally is actually making me more of a problem solver, I guess, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling so much. Like, what can we do about this? It has also reminded me, and I guess this could be point number 3, that there are some things in life that we don't control, that we cannot say, okay, this is what it's going to be, or this is how it's going to be. Again, it goes back into that divine flow. Cancer season has reminded me that there are some things that we don't control, but to also trust that the universe is still loving, you know what I mean? And, the parts that you can't control, go with the flow. Just go with the flow and understand that there's some parts of the journey that you just won't understand, you won't grasp until you're in it, right? Until you're in it. It's making me think about, have you ever planned a trip, or you wanted to go somewhere, or even if you plan to go to a restaurant, right? You go to a restaurant and they give you the menu and you make your selection about what you want, but you can't control really everything that's going on in the kitchen. You can't control exactly how much seasoning they're putting on things. When did they flip the burger over? When, you know what I mean? When they bring it out to you on the plate, there's some things, like, especially when it turns out better than you expected, right? That there are some parts to this that you just can't control. You have to trust that when you put your request out there, when you put your emotion out there, when you put your feelings out there, when you allow yourself to feel and to flow, that there are some aspects that will flow back to you that you can't control, that's going to be better than you expected, better than you could have ever planned for. And I think that is what this Cancer season is teaching me. I actually do personally have a planet in the sign of Cancer. I have Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, and Jupiter is the planet of good luck and, expansion and abundance. So, having that there can, I might find more good luck and more fortune when I am more in tune to my emotions and going with the flow and not needing to control everything, and allowing myself to just feel for the pleasure of feeling, because feeling is a part of life. the ability to have emotions. If we didn't have them, we'll be sociopaths. You know what I'm saying? We'd be crazy, right? So feeling, is part of the human experience, to be able to feel and to go with the flow. To One of the lessons I think this Cancer season is teaching us is to go with the flow. And really, when we feel things, to ask ourselves, why am I feeling this way? And to ride that feeling out, and not feel afraid that, oh my gosh, this is too much emotion or too much, is really just allowing yourself to be open and available to all of the sensory goodness, I guess, that, that really exists in this world. So right now, this Cancer season, learn to nurture yourself. Learn to, really, don't neglect your loved ones. How can you nurture them? How can you be attuned to the needs and the feelings that they're having? Just because it's not your feelings doesn't mean that it's not valid. Sometimes people just need a listening ear, and you could be that listening ear. Sometimes people just need a shoulder to cry on, and you could be that. Sometimes people, just need somebody to celebrate with them and to experience joy with them, and you could be that person, because their joy becomes your joy, right? And so just allowing yourself to feel all of the signs of the zodiac are necessary. Not just your sun sign, right? All of the signs, all of the energies is what I like to call them, are necessary, because they're all of the energies that we as humans get to experience. So I do want to pull one card. I'm going to pull just one for anyone watching. Yes. All right. So what wisdom and guidance is there for this Cancer season? Anyone who's watching, anyone in my audience, new audience members, old audience members. And I apologize for not recording more regularly. I don't really apologize for it. I take that back. I just haven't. I go with the flow, right? So I go with the flow. I record when I feel inspired to do so. So anyway, what wisdom and guidance is there for my audience, anyone watching this video during this Cancer season? How can they best apply this Cancerian energy to their lives in ways that are meaningful and beneficial? Here it comes, y'all. The card that came up, this is awesome, is a card called Blessed. Blessed. Yes, blessed. So I'm going to read what blessed has to say, the wisdom that comes with that, but it's kind of obvious, blessed. So flow in the blessings of this season. So anyway, blessed says, something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected, grace that is unforeseen, that is an unforeseen gift from spirit. There are moments in life when, out of the blue, it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It's as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down you did not deserve any of it, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all blessings guide you now. The relationship message says you are moving toward a deepening of intimacy and a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. And the prosperity message says, unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now, and don't forget to share them. So that's really, really good. This is a blessed time. This is a blessed season. Even if you're feeling emotional, emotions are a sign of life. So you are alive and you are blessed and you are well. You know, and it's so interesting that Cancer's opposite sign is Capricorn, a sign that we actually more attribute to, like what the card said, financial windfalls and blessing and all of that kind of stuff. But they're working hand in hand. The more energy you give to your career or the things that you're trying to build, and then balance that energy to nurturing yourself and your loved ones. That's where the real blessing is. There's a lot of people who make a lot of money who have no one who actually truly loves them, or they love no one, right? And so the blessing of life is in our relationships and how we nurture those relationships, and we nurture our home, even our home life, and take care of ourselves and love on ourselves. And so that's where the real blessing is. And so yes, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. Blessings aren't something you have to work hard for. It's something that you have to receive. And Cancer season, being a water sign, Cancerian energy is all about receiving. That's why that emotion is coming, because you're receiving so much stimulus, right, from around you, so much stimulation. But it really is about being in divine flow and being receptive to all of the good that is around us. So that is it for everybody's a Cancer, including you. Whatever offers I have down below in the description box, make sure you click them and get that. I know one of the things I'm gonna put down there is my book, The Magic of Self-Love. So make sure that you get that. That is available on Amazon. Yeah, be blessed and pass the blessing on. All right, that's it, y'all. Until we speak again, I'm wishing you so much peace and love.